Did you make that yourself?
Yeah.
The helmet too?
Yeah.
Dude, you're so awesome. Look at that. You made this.
Yeah.
You're killing it. That's awesome.
Thank you.
So Jesse, what can we expect?
That's not for you. Really? Yeah. Can I? Yeah.
You're killing it at the table.
Welcome.
What can we expect from the West family in the third season?
Well, obviously we're all talking about Flashpoint, right? So everything's different at the West House. First of all, Barry's not there. The relationship between Joe and Barry, absolutely different, completely the opposite of what you think it is. The relationship with Iris is completely different. Joe's obviously done something really horrible to Iris, and they're not getting along very well. Wally and Joe's relationship is quite the same, except for the fact that Wally seems to have something else going on Joe's not aware of. So, in a nutshell, that's what I know so far, and that's all I can share. You know, I don't know anything else. I don't know what's going to happen, how things are going to progress. These are really good. They're really good.
So, basically, you're still the father of Flash, in a way.
No.
Well, I mean, but you are Kid Flash.
Yes, that's true.
You still have a Flash.
Not aware that I have a Flash in my life, but I'm not aware of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But so far, I'm not aware of it.
That was going to cause some friction with the father-son relationship.
Well, it's going to cause there not to be a father-son relationship initially. I mean, the only kid I'm actually really even fathering at this point is Wally. You know? So, who knows how it's going to play out. Everything's completely different.
No, is your
Still a cop, though, right?
Yes, still a cop.
So is he aware there is a Kid Flash?
Yes, very aware that there's a Kid Flash. Just don't know who that is. So it's very interesting to be in the dark all of a sudden. Excuse me, but amazing.
Now, is he going to be thinking of Kid Flash as something as a vigilante, or is he going to be trying to help this Kid Flash? And so is there going to be a dynamic of like Wally having to trying to hide this from his dad? And
Well, he's obviously hiding it from his dad, but so far the only thing I know about the Kid Flash is that he's sort of a vigilante, but the CCPD, they sanction it because they're like, you know, he's helping in the city. But we're not so involved the way we are with Barry's Flash. We just sort of let Kid Flash do his thing. That's all I know so far. I mean, we're literally only in the middle of the second episode, so like, I don't know that much yet.
Last season, you got to play a different Joe West with doing the Earth 2. You got to sing, you got to have fun.
Yeah.
Is this similar to that experience? You're playing a new Joe West, sort of.
Yeah.
Is it same? Is it similar to that experience?
It is. And the weirdest part about it is like, well, with Earth 2 Joe, you know, it was sort of a singular thing. Like, there he was singular. I didn't mean that. But we knew it started it and ended, right? And literally ended it for Joe, like, he died. But now the way things are playing out with this whole Flashpoint thing, like almost anything could happen. Like there was a time where I kept saying, look, Joe's not meta. There's no part of him that has any sort of superpower or anything like that. He's always going to be the human. I don't necessarily believe that anymore. Now I think there could be a situation where suddenly there's a meta Joe. Like, I can't imagine what it would be or what it would look like or anything like that.
Yeah, what would you like?
I spent so much time not thinking about that like I think that Joe would always be the human, always be the solid grounding point of the show. That like I don't even know. Like I can't even fathom it happening. So like I mean, like everybody has such like amazing specific powers. Like you know, the speedsters can not only can they run really fast, the way they run or like all the things they can do with speed literally can affect time and space and energy and matter, like those things. And like Cisco's character vibe, like being able to sort of create such vibrations that not only can it affect sound, but literally can affect matter. Like things can, so like I'd have to think about that forever to figure out like what the hell Joe could be, like what he could do. I mean, maybe it is something with my voice. Maybe, I have some sort of like sonic powers. Like I sing in a certain way that could literally affect time, energy, matter, whatever.
Flash so far has kind of had, both the like CSI half of it and also like the Star Labs half of it.
Yeah.
And now that we're in Flashpoint, does Joe West have a relationship with Cisco and Caitlin, or are we in totally new territory? He doesn't know who they are.
Absolutely new territory. No idea who these people are, like at all. Like, I mean, the way we start off, obviously Barry's living quite a happy little life with his parents, and decides to finally check in with the rest of the group. And he has to check in with Joe because Joe won't admit it, but when we start with this flashpoint, I need Barry more than he needs me. Like, Joe's in a pretty low place because of his relationship with his daughter, so it's just as difficult for him. It's like really difficult for him to even get up and go to work. So Barry's well aware that Joe is a stand-up guy, a really good cop, and he wants him to be that way and stay that way. So he sort of manipulates things to get Joe up and at him, if you will. So I don't know how it's all going to play out. I mean, it's so weird to come back and like suddenly you're completely different. Like all the relationships are completely different. And like, as an actor, like when we're playing these new relationships, you start like mourning a little bit. You sort of like, oh, remember when we were cool? And you feel kind of bad, like the way you're playing things. But it does make it fun and it makes it interesting. I've never been part of a job where like your little character changes. Like, who gets to do that? Really? It's really cool.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Thanks, guys. Enjoy the con.
Thanks.